If someone held a gun to my head and said, quickly, pick 6 foods that you could eat for the rest of your life, and only those 6, and still stay on track with your diet and weight loss plan, what 6 foods would I pick? Now, of course, no one is holding a gun to my head. I don't have to pick just 6 foods, but these would be my top 6 foods if I had to, and still stay on track with my fat loss goals. Now, of course, this list could go on and on. It doesn't have to only be 6 foods, but I thought if I had to pick 6 foods, what would my top 6 fat loss foods be? There are no magic foods for fat loss. So let me just preface this video by saying that it is based on my preference. I am omnivore. I'm not vegan or vegetarian. If you are, then you would choose your protein sources that apply to you. So food number 1 for me is fillet steak, because it's lean, it's delicious, it's filling, it's high in protein, it's got B vitamins, and I think it's an all-round great food for if you're on a fat loss diet. Now, I could have just as easily chosen chicken breasts, but I didn't. I find that they're a bit boring, a bit bland, and heck, if I'm going to just pick, which in the real world I don't have to, obviously, I pick fillet steak. Next on the list is eggs, of course, because the egg yolk is full of nutrition, and then of course you can use the whites. They are a great high protein source which have almost 0 fat. Now the yolk does have fat. You can leave the yolks out, but I always include like 1 or 2 yolks here and there. And so that is a great protein source. You can mix it with oats, sweeten them. They can go savory or sweet. It's all rounder. You can add as many egg whites as you want into an omelette or into your oats and make it creamy. It's just so good. I love eggs, so I think eggs is a must-have on a fat loss diet. Number 3 is oats. Now, I could have chosen any grain, any carb source. It really doesn't matter. All clean carbs, and by clean carbs, I mean the pure oats, the pure barley, the pure quinoa, the pure rice, potatoes, things of that nature. I'm not talking muffins and sweets and what are the carbs that with donuts, cakes. Those are not carbs. Those are mostly fats. Anyway, so I chose oats because it's versatile. They're filling. They have fiber in them. They also have some fat in them. They are just a great all-rounder. You can use them in so many ways. You can make little oat bars. You can make, obviously, a bowl of oats. There's so much you can do with oats. You can create little oat pancakes. And so I like having oats. Number 4 would be sweet potato. Now, I don't have one with me today on hand in the house, but sweet potatoes I find are delicious. They can go sweet or savory again, so I like their versatility. But really, guys, you could pick any tuber, any potato, any starchy vegetable would do. Again, fiber, micronutrients, so much good stuff inside of them. Vitamin C, beta carotene, I don't know, the list goes on and on. I can pop it on the screen here. And so these 2 carb sources would be quite versatile with the 2 proteins that I had selected. Number 5 on my list would be obviously some form of vegetable, and a green vegetable at that, for nutrients, for, I don't know, I just like broccoli. So broccoli would be my number 5 because it does taste rich and meaty to me. I love broccoli, but you could select any vegetable. Again, I have just selected things that I could like rotate and mix and match on a daily basis. And I would always include vegetables in my day. So broccoli would be my go-to. You could have kale, spinach, asparagus, green peppers, green beans, bell peppers, onions, mushrooms, courgettes, brinjals, I don't know, pak choy, however you pronounce that. There are so many vegetables you can include. There are so many non-starchy vegetables. If you just spend some time in your vegetable aisle at your local grocery store, you will find so much variety. You can't get bored. And lastly, number 6, I've selected blueberries. Again, I could have easily selected apples. I could have selected strawberries, bananas, peaches, any fruit really. But I selected blueberries because of their dark color. They're rich in antioxidants, again, all the nutrients. And I find that there's something about a blueberry. You can mix it in a smoothie. You can add it into a muffin. You can put it with your yogurt. They're quite versatile, and you can have a handful and snack on them. I don't know, they're just fun fruit on the go. They're lovely. They're delicious. They are not too sugary, full of fiber, again, like all fruits. And I find that apples and other fruits like bananas can be quite big and very, very sugary and spike my blood sugar at least. So for me, blueberries was the choice if I had to. But now, guys, in the real world, we don't have to choose. variety is the spice of life. So if you are doing a healthy diet, a fitness diet, a weight loss diet, a diet to trim down, lose some fat, you really can select a huge variety. And I say go mad in the fresh produce section. So when you're buying your proteins, just make sure you're choosing lean cuts of meat. Try and avoid some of the fat. You know, it's not that fat is bad, but if you are sticking to a calorie budget, then the fat is so calorie dense that if you have a fatty piece of meat, you've blown your calorie budget for that meal quite disproportionately. And that's really the reason I want to give you guys the room within a lower calorie meal or day to have all your fiber, all your vegetables, all your fruits, all your carbs, and your lean proteins, enough protein. I don't want fat taking up your calorie space. And that's why it's quote unquote bad. There is, look, I don't believe in any bad foods at all. Sure, some of them are not great for our health. If you ate cake all day long, it's not going to be good for you. There's way too much sugar, way too much oil or butter or whatever they use. If you ate donuts all day long, I mean, your health would deteriorate. But no one's going to sit and eat donuts all day long. Well, I hope not. Or a packet of chips now and then is fine. But in general, if you opt always for whole foods, fresh produce, lean meats, you are always going to be good to go, and you will reach your weight loss goals if you stick to that kind of eating. It is almost guaranteed, like 99%. The only thing that could deter you from losing weight if you eat whole foods and stick to a calorie budget is if you fall off the wagon and you binge. And yes, we do that from time to time. Of course we do. We're human. It's natural. Zero guilt. I always say zero guilt. But just come back to the healthy whole foods. Bring yourself back every single time. And it's not about one or two binges. That is not the end of the world. It's just getting back on your nutrition plan. Let's say that. I don't want to use the word diets anymore. Diets, negative connotations, but get back to healthy, nutritious food always. Thank you for watching. This was a fun video to make. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.